singing it. Hey, mama, don't stress your mind. We coming home tonight. Hey,
Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today I'm doing a warm orange and golden eye look. Starting off with a foundation base using the ABH foundation stick and the Milani foundation, and taking my Kat Von D concealer in the shade M23 Cool to conceal my under eyes, forehead, and my chin. To brighten the face, I take my LA Girl Pro concealer in the shade Porcelain and run it on top of my Lock-It concealer because it's not too bright, it's more so like the shade of my skin. And then next I go ahead and take my beauty blender, and to set it in place I take my Airspun loose powder, and making sure my beauty blender really presses in the loose powder. Setting the face with my MAC Fix Plus setting spray, and for eye primer I'm taking my LA Girl Pro concealer and setting it with my Rimmel London Stay Matte Pressed powder. And I almost forgot to lip balm my lips, so I go ahead and take my Cocoa Butter formula. Next I go in with the ABH Prism palette and taking that orange shade Saturn on a packer brush and packing it onto my lid. To blend out the harsh line, I use my Wet n Wild blending brush, which is my holy grail, and a yellow shade from the Take Me Back to Brazil palette. Taking a small blending brush and the dark brown parallel eyeshadow to darken up the outer corner crease and the inner corner. Taking my LA Girl Pro concealer and my angled brush and setting it in the center of my eye and setting it with some Rimmel London Stay Matte Pressed powder. Now going back in with the dark shade Parallel. For shimmer, I'm taking Pyramid and applying this with a flat top brush at first, but then it doesn't really work for me, so I went ahead and used my finger. And then taking Eternal. And for my lower lash, I'm taking that blending brush and taking that orange and that brown. For my tear duct, I'm using Lucid, which is this really nice pearly white shimmer. Next is taking our curling eyelash curler and curling our lashes. And for mascara, I will be using the Prism mascara and only applying this to my top lashes. And for my bottom lashes, I will be using the Better Than Sex mascara. And you know me, making sure my foundation doesn't slip off with this really hot room. Next, taking my favorite Sephora lashes in the style Amour and blending in my real lashes with my falsies. For bronzer, I take my all-time favorite Butter Bronzer and applying this on the cheeks, my forehead, underneath my lip, my jawline, and the sides of my nose. And for contour, I take my Sleek Contour and do the same thing as I did with my bronzer. One of my biggest pet peeves is getting that one hair on your face while you're doing your makeup. Especially when you're doing the contour, it's so annoying. Next, I go ahead and take my flat side of the beauty blender and my Airspun and cut up my contour up. Now moving on to my favorite highlight, I take my white pearly highlight on the tip of my nose, the bridge of my nose, my brow bone, and my cupid's bow, and my cheeks. After having the air spun on my face for a good amount of time, I go ahead and take my big fluffy Wet n Wild brush and dust off the loose powder. Now moving on to blush, I take my Wet n Wild contour brush and I use it as blush brush and apply that on the apples of my cheeks. For my lips, I take this e.l.f. gold eyeliner and use it as my lip liner and line out my lips and then apply gloss. And after that, I go ahead and take my one last spritz of MAC. And that completes our orange summer makeup look.